Ever feel like the afternoon just drags on and you're not sure what to do with yourself? If you're over 70, those quiet moments can sometimes feel heavy, like you're stuck in a loop of boredom or low energy. But what if I told you that a few tiny, simple habits could spark joy and keep you feeling healthier every single day? No fancy plans, no big effort, just small steps to make your days brighter. Stay with me because today we're diving into 7 little things you can do to live happier and stronger. Hi, I'm here to walk with you, especially if you're 60, 75, or even 85, living in places like the US or UK, where life might slow down but doesn't have to lose its shine. This isn't about overwhelming to do lists or chasing youth. It's about finding joy in the small stuff, the things that make your heart feel full and your body feel good. Ready to explore these 7 habits? Let's get started. First, let's talk about a common mistake: sitting indoors all day, maybe staring at the TV or scrolling through your phone. It's easy to fall into, especially if mobility's tougher or you're feeling a bit low. But staying cooped up can sap your energy and mood, leaving you feeling disconnected or even a little blue. I met Mrs. Ellen, a 72-year-old from Seattle who used to spend hours in her recliner. She'd feel stiff and lonely by noon. Here's the fix: start your day by tending to a plant or two. At 9 a.m., water a flower pot, trim a basil plant, or check on a small veggie patch. Even one pot on your windowsill works. This gets you moving gently, bending, reaching, and gives you something to nurture. A 2019 study from the Journal of Aging and Health found that light gardening boosts mood in seniors by 20% and eases joint stiffness. Ellen started caring for a tomato plant, and she says it's like having a little friend to check on. Um, what plant could you tend to tomorrow? But there's more. Ever notice how a song can pull you back to a moment in time? A lot of us forget the power of music, especially as we age. Instead, we let silence fill the house, or worse, we're stuck with the noise of news channels. That can make your day feel flat or heavy, draining your spirit. At step two, play an old favorite song around 10 a.m. Pick something that reminds you of good times, maybe Elvis, the Beatles, or a classic folk tune. Sit back, close your eyes, and let it wash over you for 3 minutes. This isn't just nostalgia. A 2020 study from the University of Cambridge showed that familiar music lifts serotonin levels in seniors, reducing feelings of loneliness. Mrs. Ellen plays her old Nat King Cole records, and it's like dancing with my memories. What song takes you back? Now let's talk about something we often skip: reflecting on our day. Many of us think writing is for fancy people or that our thoughts aren't worth putting down. But bottling up your feelings or not noticing them can make you feel restless or disconnected, especially in your golden years. At step three, around noon, write a few lines in a journal. No need for perfect sentences. Just jot down what you saw, felt, or did. Maybe the sun was bright today, or I laughed at a silly ad. Keep a small notebook by your chair. This helps you process emotions and feel present. A 2021 study in the Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry found that brief journaling reduces anxiety in seniors by 15%. I spoke with Mr. Tom, an 80-year-old from London who writes one sentence daily. He says it's like keeping a piece of each day. What could you write about today? But here's a sneaky trap: isolating ourselves. It's easy to go days without talking to anyone, especially if you live alone or your kids are far away. That lack of connection can creep up, making you feel invisible or down, and it's tougher on your heart than you might think. At step four, around 2 p.m., chat with a neighbor for 5 minutes. Wave from your porch, ask about their garden, or share a quick story. If you're in a quiet suburb or a busy city like Chicago, even a nod and a "nice day, isn't it?" counts. The American Heart Association says brief social interactions lower stress hormones in seniors. Mr. Tom started saying hi to his neighbor, Mrs. Clara, and now they swap stories weekly. It's like a little spark in my day, he says. Who's someone you could chat with? Now, let's move to something practical. Ever feel like your house is a mess, but tackling it feels overwhelming? Ignoring small chores can make your space feel chaotic, which quietly stresses you out. But big cleaning projects? They're too much for most of us. At step five, around 3 p.m., spend 10 minutes folding clothes or tidying your dresser. Move slowly, maybe hum a tune. As you fold a sweater, think about when you wore it last, maybe that family picnic years ago. This keeps your hands busy and your mind calm. A 2018 study from the University of Oxford found that light household tasks improve cognitive focus in seniors. Mrs. Clara started organizing her scarves, and she says it's like sorting out my thoughts too. What's one small spot you could tidy? But here's something we don't do enough: staying connected with family. Life gets busy, and sometimes we feel like we're bothering our kids or grandkids. Not reaching out can leave you feeling distant, like you're fading from their lives. That's hard on the heart. At step 6, around 4 p.m., call or text a loved one. Keep it short. Just say, thinking of you, or how's your day? Even a 1-minute call bridges the gap. If you're tech savvy, send a quick photo of your garden. A 2022 study in the Journal of Social Gerontology showed that brief family contact boosts happiness in seniors by 25%. Mr. Tom texts his daughter daily, and he says her replies light up my evening. Who could you reach out to today? Finally, let's talk about a mistake we all make: forgetting to celebrate ourselves. After 70, it's easy to focus on what you can't do anymore, not what you're still doing. That self-criticism chips away at your confidence and joy, and you deserve better. At step 7, before bed, give yourself a pat on the back. Say, I did great today because I watered my plants, or I called my son. Say it out loud or in your head. This builds self-esteem, which is vital for mental health. A 2020 study from the University of California found that self-affirmation reduces depression symptoms in seniors. Mrs. Clara started this habit, and she says it's like being my own cheerleader. What's one thing you're proud of today? Let's wrap this up. Your days are precious, and they don't need to be grand to be good. Water a plant at 9 a.m. to feel alive. Play an old song at 10 a.m. to lift your spirit. Write a few lines at noon to stay grounded. Chat with a neighbor at 2 p.m. to connect. Tidy a drawer at 3 p.m. to clear your mind. Call family at 4 p.m. to feel close. And before bed, tell yourself you're doing great. These small acts aren't just habits, they're gifts to yourself. You don't have to do them all tomorrow. Pick one, maybe the song or the neighbor chat, and see how it feels. You deserve days that sparkle, moments that make you smile. If this resonated, please hit that subscribe button and drop a comment. What's one small thing you'll try? I read every one. Here's to healthier, happier days, one little step at a time.